In today's video, we have a Overgrowth Golgari deck. It's a lot of fun. Don't miss it. What is going on, friends? My name is Ike, and this is another Magic the Gathering deck spotlight for you. Today, like I said, Golgari. And not only Golgari Overgrowth. Say that 3 times fast. This deck's a ton of fun. I've been trying to build a deck similar to this for a few weeks now. And this deck doesn't run anything from Ravnica Allegiance. It's running only things from Guilds of Ravnica and past. And that's okay, because all these cards are still in standard, so no worries here. But the concept of this deck is pure. It's one goal, and that is to place creatures in your graveyard. How are we going to do that? Well, we have a Stitcher's Supplier, right here, who, when he comes into combat, he will place creatures right in your graveyard. We also have a Glowspore Shaman who will do the very same thing. Unique thing about this Glowspore Shaman is that you also are able to place a land on the top of your deck if you're needing so. This is great because we are running 4 Memorial to Follies, and that's very important coming up in a minute. Also, when Stitcher's Supplier dies, he also places 3 cards from the top of your deck in the graveyard as well. So this is putting a ton of cards in your graveyard. Now, I've decided to put in some Harpooners in this specific list because Mono Blue seems to still be rampant. And a Merfolk Branchwalker is really just there to skim through your deck. Also, get you some lands if you need it. We have removal with Plaguecrafter and Chupacabra. We have some healing with Kraul Foragers. And now listen, this card has the potential to heal for a ton. It's times where you'll get healed for 15 or 20, sometimes maybe 2 or 3. But usually you're placing a ton of creatures in your deck, in your graveyard. And so this type of thing will happen quite often. Molderhulk is a fantastic addition. This does a couple of things in tandem with Memorial to Folly. Now, when Molderhulk comes in, he costs less for each creature in your graveyard because of Undergrowth. Now, this means that a lot of times later in the game, he only costs the 1 green and the 1 black that usually is to cast him. Because usually you have 7 creatures in the graveyard. The second thing is he allows for you to put another land into the battlefield. This means when you're actually sacrificing the Memorial to Folly to bring in a creature card from your graveyard back to your hand, you can in turn, with Molderhulk, bring it back to the battlefield, the Memorial to Folly, to do this whole process all over again. It's really cool and very, very, very efficient. Later in the game when you're kind of running low on card draw. Speaking of card draw, we have Izoni. And this card is so good in this. Oh, it's so good. We only need 1 copy, though, because of this amazing combination right here, where we're basically getting Izoni back in our hand anyway. You can also sacrifice a creature and gain 1 life and draw a card. That's the active ability that Izoni has, but the main thing that we care about is that Undergrowth ability. For every creature that you have in your graveyard, you place a 1/1 on the board. It's ridiculous. And finally, if you want some OTK action, and sometimes it does come down to this, Lotleth Giant is kind of like that card that finishes off the opponent. Deals 1 damage to a target opponent for each creature card in your graveyard. That can get pretty high in damage, so tons of fun. These 2 cards are so fun in this deck. This one can make Mono Red cry in their sleep. And so, a lot of fun, a lot of card draw as well. Let's get into some games, shall we? Okay, yeah, this was good. This was good. An early Stitcher's Supplier. A couple of removals if I need them. Hello, friend. I like these early game. These are fun early game cards. Oh, hello! I have no turn to play, so we'll just do this. We will just do this. Again, Molderhulk, every single creature that is in your graveyard it drops its cost by 1. 1 generic mana. Oh, interesting. Let's go ahead and just remove that card. And this will also bring more cards down to our... Sweet. So we have 5 here. This we'll be able to play one of these Molderhulks next turn. 4/6/6. 4 mana 6/6, huh? Pretty good, huh? We'll go ahead and attack here. See if they'll trade. No trade. Okay. Molderhulk it is. We'll bring the tomb. And we don't need to pay for it. It's also a great ramping mechanic. That's okay. Not a big deal. Because I have number 2 red in my hand. We'll go for attack here. Hopefully there's a trade. No trade. Very interesting combination here. We will Golgari Shaman here. Glowspore. This puts a Memorial Folly here. I'm actually going to decline this, and you'll see why in a second. I'm actually going to play this, and I'll put this in the battlefield. Boom. And I did not want to. I don't need another green mana on top of my deck. There's a lot of other things I'd prefer to have right now. Very cool. Priest of Forgotten Gods is a really neat card. But it's got to go. Got to go. That's okay. I'm okay with losing the shaman here. Not a big deal to me. No trades is fine by me. Hopefully there's one trade, because I will play this crafter and sacrifice the Chupacabra. Or I'll just, yeah, I'll sacrifice the Chupacabra. You're going to go down to 4. My assumption is that is not a good move. It's not a good look on you. So the correct play in my eyes is the double trade with the Molderhulk. Because that would allow him to kill it. And boom. Now we're representing lethal next turn. There's a lot of things I can do. Next turn I can Memorial Folly to get a Chupacabra to kill off any creature that he might have. Can't get rid of both. This is a fantastic card. Look at, as of right now, this sucker's going to heal us for 10 if I play it. I think the better play is honestly a Chupacabra play. Or a... Sorry about that. We can't play Chupacabra. That's going to cost 3 plus the destruction of the card. So let's do a Plaguecrafter instead. There we go. And we're going to force them to trade. And we're going to just trade the one that cannot attack. There we go. There you go. And I'm going to attack with both. It's probably the correct call. He'll be able to tag this one and kill it. But now I'm representing lethal with the Molderhulk. And I'll be able to Folly. I won't be able to play Folly unless I grab a land. Okay. The question is, the Plaguecrafter or not to. Maybe I go for just another Molderhulk. Let's go for the second. Hulk. The final frontier. Boom. And now here's the fun part. Get ready. Here it comes. Here it comes. Bring it back. We'll just go and rinse and repeat. How about that? We'll just go back and forth and back and forth. Mm-hmm. 3 damage. You know what would be really nice? If I get my giant. Get that giant. That is lethal. GG. Good first game. I like this hand. This is a good start. 1, 2, maybe even a 3 to the 4. Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre's at the door. Just kidding. I think this is good. Let's do it. Put some cards in that deck. Nice. Turn to Glowspore Shaman. Fun. Ooh, pet collector. No bueno. Jeez, what a fantastic turn 2 for them. Oh yeah, put you. Nope, gonna step back and block the gutter bones. Oh, bye-bye. What? Are you kidding me? Alright. Let's go ahead and Branchwalker. And now we will stitch your Supplier. I'm gonna sit back and tight, so I'm gonna block. I'll probably double block the Guardian. Okay. That's cool. Interesting that you would sit back and not do anything. Played them both so I could play both of these. Okay. No attack. Now we have 2 memorials. That's ridiculous. That text when your wife texts you and she says, ordered pizza. Tell you what. That woman's the heart of my life. Love of my life, heart of my life. One of those 2. Alright, this is a good game. I wish there was a playlist that you could say, hey, I only want to play against mid-range. I will sacrifice a Stitcher's Supplier. Okay. Good on ya, mate. And we're just gonna do this and pass. We are not going to attack anybody. No reason to attack. You might be wondering why I'm not attacking. It's because he can bring himself up to 4, and that 7 would have killed him and only traded with one of them. I would prefer a double trade if we're going to do that. The value that he's going to get from this Growth Chamber Guardian is going to be ridiculous, though. I think we grab that Chupacabra next turn. Okay. Does everything except the Growth Chamber Guardian. I'm not sure that's what you want to do though, on against this my specific deck. Maybe. I'll take that trade every day of the week, bruh. Cause I get to play mine this turn. Hello there, sir. Growth Chamber Guardian again, I see. Oh, Growth Chamber Guardian again. Oh, Harpooner again, I see. Let's just see what they do. Double, triple trade. Whatever you save, man. I'm just gonna bring the dude back in. So do what you like. Do what you like, mate. All right. Now that was satisfying.